So how can you best target your ideal clients on Facebook using ads? And so I want to touch base on some of the tactics that you can use to target people to get them interested. So the first methodology of targeting, which is what I call open, is you target solely on geography and age and gender. Now, most studios do not target on gender alone. There's some exceptions, but the majority don't. And the majority don't target based on age either. Some do, but almost everyone, if you have a physical studio, you have a physical boundary that you can target people. Now, I have found the sweet spot of targeting to be around 100,000 people. If you're targeting too many people, what you're actually doing is your radius is too large and they're not going to commute to your location. And if it's too small, then you're excluding a whole bunch of people. So I found that 100,000 to be the sweet spot when it comes to studios. The other thing you want to make sure that you do is there's a drop down in your ad set when you're selecting your targeting that says anybody who has visited or anybody who lives in. For the most part, I choose people who live in. Now, there's some exceptions to that. One of them being like if you're in Vancouver and your studio is in downtown Vancouver, the city of Vancouver has a huge commuter community for people that live out in the valley. People who don't live in Vancouver are now going to get excluded. So I'd be very careful just to know about your commuter environment before you start excluding people who live in, because it will exclude the commuters. So then what you want to choose is those who live in or have visited. Targeting tip number 2 is going to be your retargeting. That's anyone who has engaged with your page, engaged with your Instagram page, watched any videos, or visited your website. When it comes to fitness studios, you really only have to do what we call open top of funnel targeting and retargeting, middle of funnel retargeting. Those are really all that you need to do. Don't get too complicated. You probably have heard other gurus talking about how you can create, the 25% time on page. The audiences are not big enough. For 99% of every studio I've ever worked with or fitness facility I've ever worked with, they don't have it. Stay with just open. Test parents. Let's say martial arts, we used to do parents, all parents. We used to sometimes test like parents of kids of a certain age, but when you say parents or of teenagers, it's not always accurate and you actually end up excluding, and we would do parents all and it would perform really well. That was in the martial arts space. So play with it a bit, but do not get super granular. And then of course your retargeting. That's all you need to do to set up your targeting for your Facebook ads. Try it out. If you have any questions, you can send me a DM through any of my social media and I'll find it and I'll answer your questions. But the best way to do it is to email me at maggie@zan.digital and I'll help you navigate through it. Thank you, and we'll see you on the flip side.